know, I totally have it going on.
I don't care what's going on. I'm the realest YouTuber out here. I keep it real. What's good, Fraanse Fam? So today I'm going to talk about a really personal video. As you can see from the title, this is not a joke. Like, this almost happened to me. And I feel like I have, I have a lot of female subscribers and I have a lot of male subscribers that need to hear a story like this. This happened when I was 18 years old. This happened when I was 18 years old and I was in college. I was a freshman in college. Let's just get into the story. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the bottom of this video. If you're one of those people who only watch my channel when I post something interesting and you're not even a subscriber, you just kind of click on the video because you're nosy, then what's up? So, we're going to go ahead and get to the story since that's what you're here for. And this really almost happened to me. This is not a joke. This is something serious. And I feel like it needs to be told. So let's get into it. So to get the full college experience, I lived in a dorm on campus. We had a really nice dorm. Our dorms were just built and we were the first class to live in them. They were taken down and built back up. So they were brand new. And it was a co-ed dorm. Now, co-ed dorms are cool. Like, I've been a co-ed school all my life, but some stuff can go down. That's just basically what it is. The girls lived on the first and third, and the guys lived on the second and fourth. There were ways to get around. We had CAs, but our CAs didn't really do what they were supposed to do because they were college students as well. So they would let people slide and do whatever they wanted to do. So I lived on the third floor, and there were ways to get around. Like, I had a boyfriend who went to a different school. When he would come visit me, there were ways to get him in there. You're not supposed to have people spending the night. Like, you're just not. Your freshman year, you're still basically a child to them because you have rules in the dorms. And you can only have visitors at so-and-so time. So, I know one time my brother visited and they were tripping. They were like, well, he gotta go. I'm like, this is my brother. Right. And it was noon, y'all. It was noon. And they still were like, no, he gotta go. I'm like, okay. So let's get into the core of what happened. Like, let's get into the story because that's what you guys are here for. So this story has haunted me for a very long time. I'm just now getting over it, and so I'm able to talk about it. Our channel has been out for a year, and a year ago I wanted to discuss it, but I just wasn't in a place to talk about it. So now that I'm in a place to talk about it, let's do it. So I was talking to this guy. I was totally out of his league. Yeah, and I'm not trying to say that to say like I'm everything, but you know when you dated somebody that you shouldn't have. So I dated this guy. He was really nice at first. He's one of those kind of corny dudes, like one of those dudes who you're like, no, I shouldn't be like even told. Like, one of those dudes who you're embarrassed to tell people you talk to. That's who he was. He lived on the fourth floor, and I remember, like, he hung out with me, my roommate, and our moms, because both of our moms came down to visit us in college one day, like, for the weekend. And he came with us, so, like, basically he met my mom, and I remember that whole day. Because I remember I got my top hole pierced at Claire's. I remember we went out to eat. I think we went to Texas Roadhouse. And so he, like, spent the entire day with us. Like, you would have thought that me and him were on a road to be together. And so I'm not sure if it was the weekend that my mom came to visit or it was a different weekend. But one particular day, this is how it went down. Like, I can tell the story verbatim the same way every time. Like, this is really what happened. So he lived on the fourth floor. In order for you to sneak on a different floor, you had to take the stairs. Because if they see you on the elevator, it's like everybody see you. So I also took the stairs too because his room was kind of like right on top of mine. And so I just kind of went up the stairs and I was right there. So I still remember what I had on. I had on my volleyball tights, from high school, and you know that those are short, and I had on a t-shirt and some slides. And I went up there. I probably just got back from class or something, took a shower and stuff. And I went up there to go hang out with him. And so the dorm setup went like this. You had a room and a bathroom. And in the room, you have 2 people and 2 beds. On the other side of the dorm, you have another room with 2 beds. It was a suite. So we had suite mates who would be on the other side, and they had their own bathroom and their own sink, but we shared the same front door, if that makes sense to you. It's kind of like it's a suite. That's what they call it. It's a suite. So I went up there. Everybody's room is the same. Everybody has a suite. So he had suite mates, and then he had his room. I don't think he had a roommate, though. So he was in this room by himself. So I went upstairs to go hang out with him. And I'm not going to cry or anything, so I hope you guys don't, like, expect me to start crying. I cried the day of, but it's been, 4 years since it happened? So, like, I've thoroughly gotten over it. Thoroughly. So I went up there. I remember I was sitting Indian style in the middle of the floor by the front door. And I was just kind of talking to his roommates, like, hey, y'all, what's up? Cool. And I shouldn't have been there by myself because I was outnumbered, for one. Anyway, so everything was cool. I was talking to his roommate. They were cool. Then we went into his room. Okay? So we go into his room. I'm chilling on the bed. He climbs on top of me and starts pushing me on the bed. So at first, your first instinct is to kind of be like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna assume that somebody's out to do something. Like women that have never been in a situation like this, you're not gonna assume that somebody is trying to rape you. You're gonna assume that, hey, you playing a little rough, or that they're trying to wrestle or something with you. So at first I was like, hey, what are you doing? And then he just was like, come on, come on. And he just kept pushing me to the bed, pushing my arms further. And so when I would feel myself pushing back harder and harder, because it's one thing for somebody to just push you on the bed and then you can push them off, like, leave me alone, stop playing. But when I felt like it was harder for me to get up and that he was not budging, that's how I knew it was going on and that it was going to go down. So as he's on top of me trying to push me on the bed, holding me down, I start to get stronger and stronger, and I try to push him off. And it becomes this big tussle. And so he's trying to push me on the bed, and I'm trying to push him up, and then he's trying to push me on the bed. And literally, I'm laying down, like, trying to push him off of me. And then when I finally pushed hard enough to push him off, I ran. Y'all, like, I ran track in high school, and I jetted out of there like I was in the 100 4x1, and I was the anchor trying to win the race. Like, I was gone. And so I ran down the stairs. I got in my room. I opened the door. I ran in the door, locked it, and just sat on the floor and cried. Because I was so numb, and I was in shock. I just couldn't believe that somebody like that would act like that. Now, at the time, y'all, this is even worse. I was a virgin. Like, I was a virgin. So if he would have went through with it, it would have been a very painful situation, physically, mentally, all of the above. I remember telling my roommate what happened, and she was furious with him. And I remember it was like a movie. We were walking by, and till this day, I don't say nothing to him. I don't say anything to him. Like, you shouldn't say nothing to me. Like, there's no words for you at all. So we were in the, you know how dorm rooms have the lobby situation. So we were in the lobby, and we walked by him, and my friend she let him have it. Like, this is my roommate at the time. We're no longer friends, but, you know, shout out to her. She went off. Now, I didn't like her to do that because I didn't want people knowing what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because then people are gonna be like, what you yelling at him for? Because she went off on him in front of everybody. And it was funny. That was funny. But I was just kind of like, don't do that. And the biggest question I got was, why didn't you press charges, or why didn't you say anything to your parents, or why didn't you tell your brothers? I have 3 brothers. For everyone who doesn't know that, I have 3 brothers. The closest one in my age is my brother Blake, and I didn't want to tell him this because he had too much to lose. Like, my brother had a full scholarship to LSU. He was doing his thing, and I don't tell my brother a lot of stuff because I don't want to put him in a position to lose.
That's real.
Because to me, it didn't happen. It almost happened. So to have my brother go to jail or to kill somebody over something that didn't even happen, it just wasn't worth it to me. And I feel like a lot of stuff I need to deal with by myself, because I'm not going to always have somebody there to help me get over it. So it took a lot of like time for me to trust people. I can honestly say, like, till this day, I don't like being touched. And I get that question a lot, and I don't really talk about it. And guys ask me, like, why you don't like being touched? Why you don't like people touching you? And it's like, because I dealt with this situation. I'm very standoffish. I'm very like, don't touch me. I don't like people touching me because I don't know what you about to do. I don't care if I'm in the street and when dudes grab my hand, like, how you doing? I jerk my hand because I'm still like, I don't know what y'all finna do. If I'm chilling with somebody one-on-one and we're at the house and they're getting too touchy-feely and I didn't ask for that, or I didn't give you any reason to make you think that I was here for that, I'm out. I gotta go because I don't know what you finna do. And ultimately, men are stronger than women. Now, I wasn't dealing with this linebacker person. Like, this dude was very puny. He was very small. So it was easy for me to maneuver and push him off of me like I did. But if he wasn't the size he was, or he wasn't strong enough or stronger than me, then it basically would have happened that night, and I would have been scarred for life. Like, that situation still scarred me. I did tell my ex-boyfriend that year that happened. He was furious. I mean, any guy that has some type of feeling for you is gonna be furious about that. So this is another part of it. I have a best friend, and I love him dearly. I don't know if he watches or if he's gonna watch this video, but I found out that they were best friends.
Whoa.
Like, I wouldn't say they're best friends, they're like close. But see, I didn't meet my best friend until like 2 years of me being in college. I think I met him my junior year in college, and this situation happened my freshman year. And him and the guy were already friends. So when me and my best friend became tight, we were in the food court. And we would meet up in the food court and eat like our sushi, because sushi is good, you know what I'm saying? So we met up, we ate sushi, and he was there. He walks up and he says, hey, y'all, what's up? And so I'm easy to read. If I don't like you, you gonna know. It's not, you don't have to ask, you don't have to figure it out like that. I can't hide my face. So he walked up. I was like, I didn't even look up. Like, I was just kind of like. And so my best friend saw that. And he was like, y'all don't know each other? Like, or do y'all know each other? And he was like, she know me.
I know you lying.
That's exactly how he was like, she know me. And so I just kept quiet the whole time. And so when he walked away, then I had to tell my friend the story, because if I didn't, it would have made me look like I was mad for nothing, or that I just was hating on this dude that I didn't know. So I said, well, like, look, I got to tell you a story about him and me that happened my freshman year in college. And so I ran it to him. And my best friend is like, he's like a feminist kind of, because he doesn't like men to touch women. He doesn't like men to like do anything stupid. Like, he doesn't like anybody hurting me. Like, so when I told him that definitely changed their friendship. Like, they don't even kick it at all. They don't kick it at all, because to him, he's like, that's lame. And to me, I feel like if you have to rape somebody just to get sex, you're lame as hell. You are lame as hell, because there should be no reason for you to be doing that. Like, you can't have sex with somebody just cause you're a cool person, that they're like your personality. No, you gotta go and rape somebody because you can't get it nowhere else. That's hella lame to me. That's hella lame. Any guy that has ever, and I don't care if you're watching this, any guy that has ever raped somebody, you are lame as hell. You are lame. You are lame. Period. I just want you guys to know, like, I do not talk to this person. Like I said, I cut him off after that. Altogether. Like, I have no words for him. I didn't have no words for him when I was 18. You know how you stupid and you still talk to the person? Like, no, I was not stupid when I was 18. Like, I left him alone. And I didn't have time. I stayed on my books, finished school, and I don't even talk. Like, I would see him on campus and he would walk past and I would just, he's just like, ugh, like, I lost all respect for him after that. Because that's lame. He was already corny. And so that's lame. Because basically you thought I was going to give you some. Like, that's what you thought.
Thought wrong.
Ugh, like, that's what you really thought. You thought you was going to get some, huh? You thought you was going to get some, so you didn't. So you had to try to take it. And you're lame. You are lame. And I hope he's watching it. You're lame. You're lame as hell. You're so lame. You're so lame to try to take something from me that I was not finna give to you. That's lame. Like I told you guys, I was a virgin at the time. So if he would have forced himself on me, you would have taken my virginity. And that would have really, really ruffled my feathers. But I'm telling you guys, like, I was not giving up in that room. I was pushing, fighting to get out of there. And the minute I found a way to get up, I left. And I just cried. I cried myself to sleep that night. And I eventually got over it. And, like, here I am today. And it kind of has affected me. Because, like, now I don't like people touching me. I don't like being touched. And I'm so serious about stuff now. Like, people used to ask me, like, you used to be so much fun, Brittany. Why you not fun? Because people try to rape me and people act a damn fool. And I have more stories, like, of craziness. And I have no words for him at all. Like, at all. So, this is also, like a little bonus. I wanted to tell you guys, if you've seen my last video, the video I talked about where I almost got kidnapped, the guy who almost kidnapped me hit me up recently, and he said he was sorry. He somehow got a new number because I blocked him on everything. I don't know how he found my number. And he said he was sorry. He was like, let's try again. And I told him, hell no. Hell no. I wish I had the messages. My phone keeps deleting stuff. But I told him, hell no. Hell no. Hell, no. So I just wanted to tell you guys that if you haven't seen the video, you're like, what video? It's the one where I almost got kidnapped. Check that video out. I told him no. He's still blocked. I blocked a new number as well for you guys. So I'm not no fool. Like, I'm not no fool out here. Like, I'm just not. I'd rather be by myself than be miserable. Any day. And any guy that has to rape somebody, you're whack. You are whack. You're whack. For sure. So, thank you guys for watching this video. This was a load off of my chest. It felt good to tell you guys this story. I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know if this video helped you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Comment below always. I'll see you guys in the comment section. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.